Hello, teacher. We are Valentina and Ivan Castro from 7
Group.
Group, and today we are going to talk about globalization in Colombia and the general terms. So we are going to start with the definition.
Exactly. So first of all, I want to explain for you what is the meaning of globalization. So globalization is an economic, social, political, technological, and cultural process on a technological and cultural planetary scale. So characterized by progressive integration and interaction between countries, people, and institutions. Now, the origins of globalization date back on the age of the discovery between the 15th and 17th century with the European explorer American and other regions in the world. More exactly noted in the globalization that began at the end of the Second World War in 1945 and it was intensified with the end of the Cold War at the end of the 20th century.
Okay, now we are going to continue with advantage and disadvantages. Okay, advantages of globalization in the friendly phase. You can find the signs that characterize the most modern societies. Integration and ease of communication, free movement of goods, of extension of human rights, and there are things of modernity that define developed countries and improve the life of their citizens. As an example, we have the extent of communication, cultural exchange, disappearance of economic borders, language exchanges, and extension of human rights.
All right, now we are going to continue with the disadvantage of globalization. So the main ones are first of all the increase of economic inequality. Secondly, loss of jobs and industry shifts. Then we have cultural homogenization, environmental degradation, and finally the discrepancy and vulnerability.
Okay, now to continue, we're going to explain how this affects the globalization in Colombia, and we're going to start with language and communication. Um, for example, in Colombia, in the terms of GDP, exports increased considerably, and not only because of the expansion of exports, but also because of the growth in exports. And according to, Jorge Ignacio Paz in June in 2005, uh, for Colombia in the Cold War era, it wasn't improved, and education was very important to generate wealth in several aspects: economic, political, social, financial, cultural, and improving the economic and allowing to look for other markets abroad.
Exactly. So with all that said, we also have the negative effects that the globalization made or has in Colombia. So we also have the economy. Um, we have to say that also this affects the cultural erosion. So the spread of global cultural norms and customer threats, has raised cultural concerns about the erosion of traditional cultural values and practices.
Okay, how has globalization affect languages? Globalization has had a significant impact on languages, both in their use and learning. As countries have become more interdependent, languages have become an essential tool for international trade and communication. As a result, there has been a growing demand for people who speak multiple languages.
And about economy, dependency on global market conditions and commodity prices has made the economy vulnerable to external shocks or fluctuations.
And finally, the political globalization is a process by which regulations are created that achieve global reach. A large part of the countries in the world agree to follow certain guidelines.
All right, so now we are going to continue with the free trade agreements. So we are going to focus on two one. First one is
Okay, the first one is the United States and Colombia Trade Promotion Agreement that is entering into force on May 15 on 2012. And it is a comprehensive free trade agreement that provides elimination of tariffs and remove barriers to the US. Services including financial services. It also includes important disciplines relating to customs administration and trade facilitation.
exactly, and we also have the Colombia European Union Free Trade Agreement. So about the positive impact of this free trade, we have the increased market access for Colombia exports to the Europe, including agricultural products, minerals, and textiles. But on the other hand, for the negative impact, competition with Europe um, for the goods and services in the Colombian market that might affect domestic industries, employment, and basically that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, teacher.